Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Wondery.
Little Miss Recap contains adult language and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hey guys, welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name's Amy.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
We have to talk about these idiots. And by idiots, I mean Gwen and Joe Laura.
It's kind of interesting that I'm just lamenting having to meal plan as we're about to talk about this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, content warning, trigger warning. If you haven't already figured this out, we're going to be talking about disordered eating a lot in this section because we're going to be talking about Elizabeth.
We're going to be talking about disordered eating. We're going to be talking about high control religion. We're going to be talking about sexual abuse. We're going to be talking about suicidal ideation, all the things. All the things. Because these people were monsters.
So like if you're not in the headspace, you might want to skip this episode.
You might want to. But yeah, it's these people are real bad.
They're really bad.
There's a part of me though, and we'll talk about it, but there's a part of me that, and I've been listening to, I said on slow-mo, but I bet folks are into cults. I've been listening to Allison After NXIVM, which is Allison Mack's interviews now that she's out of prison, talking about her experience in NXIVM. It's really interesting. And it's interesting to hear her talk about beginning her deconstruction.
Is she at least sorry for any of it, unlike Nancy?
She is sorry for it. I think she's still in the space of trying to understand it because I don't think she really understands. Like, I just heard her talk about a whole thing of how when she was telling girls to seduce Keith, she didn't think that meant sex.
Oh,
thank you.
So am I accurate in my assessment of Nancy's frame of mind? Like, isn't that some of the pushback that people are giving on her interviews is that she doesn't seem
as remorseful as one should.
Yeah.
That is what I've heard. I haven't listened to her any of her interviews and I want to. So I'm speaking unintelligently on that. But that's my understanding is that people are like, she doesn't seem real sorry about all this.
Yeah, I'm just reading. Kate Casey had her on, full disclosure, and there was a post in Kate Casey's Facebook group, and people were like, she does not seem sorry at all. Like, no remorse. Yeah.
Yeah. Allison Mack, I think she has remorse. I think she's also still really trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Because I think she's still partially in it. But the reason I bring that up is it's so interesting to me, high control groups, high control religions. There's a part of me that wants to say, how was Gwen forcing people? You know what I mean?
Right.
Why couldn't they just walk away?
Preying on people.
She was preying on people for sure. But as you're feeling this is crazy, but I've also never been in a cult. Actually, I talked to Priscilla about cults yesterday. Too.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I think there's a lot of, it's kind of like a bad relationship.
Yeah.
It's a sunken cost fallacy, a little bit of it. Like she gets you in and you build your life around this church.
Yeah. All of your social outlet, your
and then it
job,
feels like,
everything.
I don't know what to do with myself if I'm not in this church. And I'm sure she manipulates them financially in some way.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of that. Like at one point, one of the ex-members says in episode 5 down the end, she says something like, I had no social life when I left because my social life was completely dependent on the church. And then oftentimes she's bringing in your loved ones.
Yeah.
So like you don't want to leave because your husband's in or your kids are in. And like I think there's a lot of that.
It's just interesting to me because like some of these cults you see like an actual threat of violence should you leave.
Right. Like Jonestown. They're shooting people as they're leaving.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's that. Yeah. It's just so interesting to me. And I don't say that to victim blame at all, but it's like I'm trying to get into the mindset of these people who feel totally trapped by this. Like if Todd's parents' synagogue disappeared tomorrow, their entire social life is gone. Like
Yeah.
That is their entire social life.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
everyone they know.
And
It's
I'm sure
everyone they spend time with.
sure they're lightly financially tied to it
Oh,
too.
absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
there's many layers.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like when we first started examining cults, I was like, why don't people just leave? I don't
Walk out the door.
understand this. Because when we think of a cult, we think of like somebody is making it feel dangerous if you're going to leave.
Right.
But like Scientology, you know, they threaten to destroy your entire life.
And
if
they
you leave.
do.
And
for
they
many,
do.
many,
And
many
they do.
people.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Gwen is just, she wasn't.
She's gross.
She's gross. She wasn't a good person in any stretch of the imagination.
By any measure of being a good person, she's not. Full
So
stop. And Joe Laura. Ugh.
Ugh.
Maybe he's the one that just creeped you out, that just like triggered something in you.
No, I think it was Marciano.
I think it was Marciano. Okay. Well, Joe Laura triggers something in me, and I don't like it.
Yeah. So we're talking today about The Way Down, God, Greed, and the Cult of Gwen Shamblin. It aired on HBO 2022. This is part 2. So episodes 4 and 5 were filmed, you know, not much later, but later.
A fair bit later. Yeah.
So this, we're going to pick up on May 29th, 2021. This is the day Gwen and Joe's helicopter goes down. It's also the day that Delaney and Jackson are getting married, as you remember.
Yeah. I wish we knew more about Delaney and Jackson.
Yeah. They're still together.
I know.
Looked it up. They're still together.
Those poor parents.
So Carrie, Delaney's mom, says she was in hostess mode that day because she had a house full of people. Because don't forget, they were able to, you know, maintain enough of a relationship with Delaney that she allowed them finally to come to her wedding.
And once she agreed that Gwen would not be performing the wedding, they agreed to come. Yeah.
You know what I thought about?
What?
If Gwen had performed this wedding, would she still be alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was weird, right?
It is weird. It's really, it's a sliding doors moment, big time.
Instead, she's on her way to a MAGA event. Do with that what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So Delaney's dad calls and he tells them Gwen and Joe are dead. And it sounds like something exploded over the middle of Percy Priest Lake. They were on their way to a MAGA event in Florida when this happened. 7 people were on board and died. Glenn and Carrie are like, I could not believe the wedding was still happening.
I couldn't believe the wedding was still happening either. Because when we watched it before, because I hadn't rewatched these 2 episodes when we recorded before, I really thought that they didn't know it had happened. But they knew.
That was one thing I remembered about this.
Yeah, I forgot
that everybody was like, this is weird.
Why are you doing this wedding when literally like the boss of your life just died?
See, that's where my man David Koresh would have had a handle on his people. Nobody would have been getting married if something happened to him.
No. The day he died, no one's getting married.
No.
I mean, the day he died, they also blew up his compound. So
they all died. Yeah.
They all died. It's real bad.
So Glenn and Carrie say this bizarre behavior, like everyone acting like it was completely fine and normal, actually helped their family understand the gravity of this. And now others are starting to. So they had all of Delaney's extended family there, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, okay,
now I see what the fuck you
this
people
is
are talking
fucking
about."
weird."
It felt It felt like it. You know what it felt like? It felt like something you might see in Pluribus. I'm just going to say that.
Yes.
I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but it felt like something you might see in Pluribus.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So Natasha says, remember Natasha, guys, fighting for her daughter that she had with Joe.
God, I forgot about this part of it too. Oh, Jesus.
Natasha says she was ready to settle in Nashville. And then on Friday, May 28th, she said goodbye to her daughter and she went for, I don't know why I have she was ready to settle in Nashville. That doesn't work here. But anyway, she's going to Chicago for a week and she leaves her kid with her father as the custody agreement dictates.
Yep.
And she's going to Chicago for the week. And then she doesn't know if her daughter's on the plane.
I know. Oh my God. Just watching her relive this is so fucking heartbreaking.
So she calls police. They do a wellness check. They realize her daughter's not on the plane. And I didn't remember for a minute.
Yeah. Thank God he was such a shitty father.
Yeah.
Because this is his custody week. Wouldn't he bring his kid everywhere he goes on his custody week?
Well, again, they were going to a MAGA event. I don't think maybe the kid wanted to go to the MAGA event.
I'm sure the kid didn't, but it's still your week of custody. And this is an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
It's just, thank God he was a really shitty father.
Yeah. So 7 people are church leaders and are dead. They are Gwen and Joe, Brandon Hannah, Elizabeth's husband, David and Jennifer Martin, and Jessica and Jonathan Walters. And people understandably have mixed feelings about this. Like, Gwen is dead. She can't hurt anybody anymore, but she's dead, and that's sad too.
Yes.
So everybody's kind of like, this was a tragedy. I mean, 7 lives were lost.
7 lives were lost. Does Brandon Hanna kind of remind you of Zach Wise?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Aw,
So
Zach.
people, or I'm sorry, Liz, Gwen's daughter. So Elizabeth. Okay.
Michelle.
I know her real name's Michelle, and she never even goes by
it.
She sends out a text like, "Hey guys, my mom's plane had to make a quick controlled landing. Nothing to see here. Move on."
What is happening?
Wow. And this was interesting. Adam Brooks is a cult psychologist, and he said most cults will almost ignore a tragedy like this because it doesn't fit the narrative that God is protecting their leaders.
Right. Like, how do you sit there and say, I am the conduit to God. I am the one who can tell you how God will care for you, how he will take care of all the things. And then God let this happen to me. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Gwen also, remember guys, has a history of blaming people for their own illnesses and shit.
Right.
So like when bad things would happen, she would be like, well, what did you do to piss God off to bring about your, I don't know, throat cancer?
When her grandchild died,
they
she blamed people in the congregation for not being good enough members, so God smited her. Like, what the fuck?
What a bitch. Yeah. What a bitch.
She's, as Graham would say, she's a bitch.
She's a bitch.
She's a bitch.
And you know what else Graham would say? Oh, these people were good.
Oh, they were good. Yeah.
Usually she says men were good, but she would say these people were good.
Yeah, they were definitely good.
So was Joe qualified to fly, Amanda? What do you think? Just off the top of your head.
I'm going to go with no. Not to be flying this plane in this situation, no.
So Natasha says, when I was with him in 1998 to 2000, we flew a lot. He was a small aviation pilot who was allowed to fly in good weather. So like sight, he wasn't allowed to fly only dependent on instruments.
Yeah, there's different levels. And as you get more and more experience, you get to the point where you can fly without when you're starting to fly, you can only fly in good weather, basically.
There's a lot of daylight between Joe Lara and Sully.
Sully Sullenberger, yes. Not the gross Sully man who was hitting on me at that bar. Yes, very different. Yes. There's a lot of difference between those two.
So when he
Sullenberger and Joe Lara.
When he met Gwen, he hadn't flown in 7.5 years. That's a long time to be out of practice.
That's a long time to be out of practice on anything, particularly something as complex as flying.
Like my kids are away at school and they don't have their cars. And Penelope came home and she drove for the first time at Thanksgiving break. And she was like, I forget how to drive. Like I forget how, because don't forget, she's a beginning driver. She's only 2 or 3 years in. Like you and I, we could go a year without driving and it'd be like, riding a bike. But
I'll tell you, when I went to Germany for a month and didn't drive for a month and I came home, not that I didn't remember how to drive, but it felt weird for like 10, 15 minutes of like, oh, I have to remember. My body will snap right back into it. But
it's absolutely like a muscle that you have to practice. Yeah. So Gwen paid for him to renew his license, and he was just recently certified to fly different types of planes, but he just didn't have a lot of hours.
No.
And Natasha called this, and she was fighting him in court, saying, you are not allowed to fly our daughter. Like she was on record in court saying, our daughter is not allowed in that plane with you.
Thank God.
And he did it anyway.
I know.
He flew her around a little bit.
He's such a dick bag.
So the weather
guy is such a loser.
Oh, this guy is such a fucking loser. Such a fucking loser. The fact that he was, by all accounts, like a crazy independent atheist who suddenly is now like running a church.
Running a mega church.
Because it fits, what he needs. Tells you everything you need to know about his character.
He's just an opportunist. That's all it is. He's a shape-shifting opportunist who's a scumbag.
Yeah. Scumbag. I like it. The weather, the seas that day were stormy, my friend.
Yes, they were.
The weather was stormy. And there was low visibility. It was an instrument flying day. And as we know, Joe Lara does not have a lot of experience flying only by instrument. So we get into this whole thing about the plane ascending and descending quite a bit. And they think he was disoriented. And some people wonder, if Gwen did this purposely. And I didn't understand what that meant.
Yeah, what would she be doing purposely?
One of the people was like, did Gwen do this purposely? Like, did she go out knowing it was dangerous, or did she not realize it was dangerous?
I don't think she realized it was. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like, in other words, did Gwen knowingly put people at harm? You know what I mean? By knowing he was too inexperienced to do this.
I doubt it. I don't know.
Doubt it
Maybe.
too.
But I would like to read like the NTSB report on this. Like, what the fuck actually happened?
Yeah. I think he got disoriented.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, it seems like the plane exploded.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like.
But they said it descended like 30,000 feet in like a minute or something.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't that high up. He was only like 200, 300 feet up. I couldn't tell if he like hit the water hard and then the plane exploded, or if there was an explosion.
If somebody was like lighting a smoke.
Right.
I don't know. It's not the Hindenburg, Amy. I don't know.
The Hindenburg. No.
Little static electricity just caused the whole thing to blow up.
Yes.
All right.
I learned all about static electricity and the refining of hemp and weed this week.
Oh, look at you.
I know.
I learned that Axel was in the Goodyear blimp when he was a kid this week. Yeah, I said to him, how old are you? You have lived so much life.
I feel like I've lived a life and I've done nothing next to Axel.
He'll tell the story on Special Forces. It was interesting. So despite Joe being dead, Natasha still faces a stone wall to get her daughter out of there. The police had to force them to hand this kid over. Jesus Christ.
Thank God for this officer Kelly, who was like, I will fucking come over there and rip this kid out of the goddamn house.
I was a little turned on by Officer Kelly. I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie.
too. We didn't even see him. And I'm like, you're a hottie. I don't know who you are. You probably looks like Wilford Brimley or something. But like, I'm into him.
Cool from 90 Day, but I'm into it.
I'm into him. Into Officer Kelly. Fuck a bitch up for that kid.
Now who will take over? So it's going to be Elizabeth. She's the clear heir here because they don't let Michael be anywhere near the leadership.
Because Michael's a hot fucking mess.
More on him later.
Yeah.
So Liz has lost her husband, her best friend, her mother. Don't forget she lost a child. Like, this girl has been through it.
Real quick, can we just have a moment to really just absorb the fact that Gwen Shamblin named her children Michael and Michelle?
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
It's the same name. Why are you doing that?
The same name. And can we accept the fact that, I don't know if you've seen current day Michael, but he looks just like Jack White from the White Stripes.
Yeah, he kind of does. Yeah. Okay.
Little Miss Recap will return in a moment. For ad-free episodes, visit littlemissrecap.com/support. Amanda.
Amy.
For our sponsor, Lumi Gummies today, I have an idea. I think we should do a rapid fire bonus round. Which 90-day celebrity stars need a Lumi Gummy or have taken a Lumi Gummy maybe?
Okay. Madeline.
Oh, I have her on my list too. Manon. Manon could really use indica.
Yeah, to calm her the fuck down.
Calm down a little bit.
I think Jenny could use a sativa to maybe up the energy a little bit. Because there's none there.
Funny you mentioned Jenny. I have Sumit's aunt can use one
definitely
to chill out a little bit.
She definitely could use one. This is a wild card. Florian could use one. I don't know what variety.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I feel
he needs a hybrid.
I feel like Florian on a gummy would be good.
Yeah. I also have Dylan's mom from Dylan and Patia.
Yeah.
And I have Luke's dad of Luke and Madeline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can use Lumi Gummies as well.
Yes.
Yes.
All the time.
Consistent, mellow, and super delicious, Lumi Gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned. Whether you're looking for an end-of-the-day de-stressor, a midday mood boost, or help getting the best sleep ever, Lumi Gummies has a strain that's right for you. So, Amanda, our flavor that we like a lot in this home is the sour strawberry cookie hybrid.
Ooh, is it particularly sour?
It's not super sour because I don't like sour things.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I just find that it's the perfect blend of up and down. It's right in the middle.
Nice.
But you feel good. I really like it.
I'm a hybrid girly myself, and I'm going to go with the watermelon sorbet because I do enjoy watermelon, and it's just a nice, cool, chill evening of watching TV.
You know what I need to do? I need to take one before Sister Wives comes out. Before I meet my arch nemesis in the ring.
Yes. I think it would help you a great deal. I think it would help Cody Brown a great deal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, Lumi Gummies are available nationwide. Go to lumigummies.com. That's LUMI gummies.com. Use code Little Miss Recap for 30% off your order. That is Lumi Gummies, LUMI gummies.com. Code Little Miss Recap. Lumis.com. Code Little Miss Recap. It's 30%. And the link is in the show notes if you guys need it. So her real name, as we know, is Michelle, and she now goes by Elizabeth because that's her sinless name.
I see.
Okay.
So
does that mean, like, if I go out and I'm acting a whore, right? I've done a lot of shitty things in my life.
Right.
I could just start going by my given middle name, which was Lynn. So I'm just going to be Lynn now. That's my sinless name.
You didn't bang around as a Lynn. You only banged around as an Amy. Lynn is safe. Or is it like a confirmation name? Like
my confirmation name was Maria.
Of course it was. My friend Camilla is Camilla Teresa Mary Piccioni.
Mine was Maria. Real Catholic. Mine was Maria, though. Not for. I mean, obviously, it's a Roman Catholic thing.
You can only pick certain names. You have to pick a saint.
My Aunt Ree, who was Maria, my aunt that I was obsessed with, was my confirmation sponsor. So I chose it because it was her name.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
But that went away real quick. Not my love for her, the confirmation name, because
the care of being Catholic.
Yeah, I deconstructed my Roman Catholicism and I'm done. All right. So Brooks said, her good friend from school, Brooks, says he went to. Is it he or she? I think Brooks is a woman, right? Yeah. So she went to school with this Michelle, this sinful woman, and she was very good friends with her. And Michelle was light and happy, and people really loved her. And Brooks said midway through junior year, Michelle and friends started meeting together at the Way Down meeting. This is, I'm just going to say this. The worst thing you could do to a child, but especially a daughter, is to inject weight issues at this point. Like, this is such a pivotal moment. If you get it when you're young, you grow up with it, which is horrifying.
Yes.
If you take somebody who hasn't really had to think about it much and start injecting this mindset when they're developing as a teenager,
it's not good.
Because there is psychology around between 13 and 14. Young women, their self-esteem goes off a cliff.
Yep.
And now you're bringing
injecting
in
this.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Jesus Christ. So senior year, Michelle announces, "Hey guys, I think God put me on this earth to bring people into our church." Did this ever happen in your friend group? Did somebody go off and just join a cult and start recruiting you?
Sorta.
Okay.
Sorta. There was a church near me called Church of the Savior, which was a big evangelical church. And they had a youth group, of course. And I had a couple of friends who started going to the youth group. And I was like, I have no interest in any of that. But they were like, you should come. We're having this event. We're having this event. You should do this. It's so much fun. We play music. Like, I see how teens get sucked into this.
Yeah.
And how parents are like, my kid's at church, so they're great. Like, they're not out, sitting at the Wawa smoking a cigarette. They're at church. This is good. And thankfully, all of those people eventually
got out.
They were never that deep in that they couldn't get out. They just stopped going. But like, there were people who were big into Church of the Savior, the big one, or we called her to the big C. Like, it was a little weird.
I have a complicated viewpoint of youth groups because I do think that there are many good ones.
Yes.
And for children who have food instability or family trauma at home, or they live in a volatile environment, a youth group can be a life-saving situation where you go and you feel safe and you're taken care of. And that's assuming that everybody's intentions are above board.
Yeah. Like, the youth group at my Unitarian church was fantastic. Todd's entire high school career was with USY, which was the youth group through his synagogue. And it was life-changing for him in in a wonderful way. Like
Mhm.
he has nothing but wonderful
Yeah.
memories of like kissing girls in sleepover, like all the things that teens are supposed to do.
Yeah.
Just living like that. And he got
Meanwhile,
to go
I
to
was
Israel with them, and it was great.
smoking a cig outside Wawa,
Of
as
course
you
you were.
described earlier.
Of course you were. And I was the vice president of the anti-drug and alcohol group. Yep.
But I just want to be very clear that there are good youth groups.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So we hear audio of Liz, and she's like, despite what happened, we're great. We're strong.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. Don't look over here. Now your precious leadership is allowing me to take a little time off because, you know, my whole family was destroyed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna step back. Just give me a week or two. Let me regroup.
Wow.
She moves into Ashlon, and there haven't been any new services. Like Liz is basically kind of floundering and hiding.
Also, I feel like Ashlon looks like a beautiful house. Don't get me wrong. It also looks like the roof needs some work.
It kind of looks like Graceland.
It kind of has that look about it.
Yeah.
It has a bit of that. But it looks like the roof needs some attention. Can you get Timmy to take a look at that? I'm a little worried about the roof. Thank you.
I will.
I don't know if it's leaves or like the roof is coming apart. One or the other.
Yeah. So people are kind of low-key hoping that the crash brings an end to the church. Like Gwen is gone. Let's get out of here. Natasha
left.
Yeah. Natasha has to help her daughter through losing her father.
I love Natasha.
Yeah, they kind of go into hiding. And then 4 months later, Natasha calls Joe's mother, who's still in the church. And we hear the call, and it is lovely.
It is. It's really sweet.
Yep. Joe's
you
mom
can tell the mother's starting to get out of it too.
She's very sad. I mean, she just lost her son, but she wants to move forward. And, you know, I would imagine like this is a piece of Joe.
Yes.
Like it only behooves you. Is that a right word?
Yes.
To have a relationship with Natasha because it's access. Like I thought for a minute that Joe's mother was going to like fight for custody of that kid.
I did too. And I'm glad they came together and said, let's celebrate this baby's father. I'm glad we never know this baby's name. I'm glad we never see her face.
Yes. Nope.
I'm glad all of that.
Nope.
Natasha seems like a really fucking good mom.
I agree. I agree. So on September 30th, 2021, we see the documentary being released. This is very meta.
Yes.
And the public reaction is strong, and ex-members start reaching out to the filmmakers. So in episode 5, we kind of get the stories.
Yeah.
And they bring a bunch of people. I don't have all their names because there were so many of them. But what's important is what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
So the filmmakers have become aware of a reality TV show pilot.
Wow.
Called Way Down South.
Oh, this was so, and you and I feel like you and I are aficionados of reality television.
Sure.
This point.
Yeah.
We
Pays
know
my mortgage.
We know good reality TV.
Yep.
This wasn't it.
No. But I could see people watching this. I could
too.
So they show the footage. It's Gwen and Joe, and they ask Gwen how it is being a woman leading a conservative church in the South. And she's like, the internet is terrible, and I'm better for the negativity that has followed me. Okay,
girl.
This footage is amazing. Liz looks like a full-on ghost, saying America would be better if it followed my mom's lead. And I'm not, listen, I'm just going to say the quiet part out loud. Elizabeth has a clear eating disorder.
Elizabeth is a very, very ill woman. It is
very
clear.
I'm not making light of that. When I say she looks like a ghost, it's because she's so pale.
She's also so pale, but I think that's part of the illness. I mean,
Yeah.
she's just so clearly
It's really hard to look at.
ill person, and it's hard. And I don't understand how she's still alive, honestly.
I don't either.
She just looks so sick. It's hard to look at her.
It's
It
interesting.
breaks my heart.
It's interesting because when I was a teenager, and I've told the story before. I worked at Sears, and I worked with a woman who had an eating disorder.
Yeah.
And it happened kind of right in front of us.
Yeah.
And we didn't see it. You know, it's like the frog being boiled. Like we just didn't see it because I saw her every day.
Yeah.
So I saw her. I don't know. I didn't notice it. And then one day, her mom, who was super sweet, came walking through, and hey, how are you? She knew us, we knew her.
Sure.
And she said, so and so is in the hospital. She has, liver failure. Like it's bad.
God,
it's kidney damage. She's put herself into menopause. Like it was bad. This girl was probably 25, maybe 26. And I beat myself up over that for years because I was like, how did I not see this?
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
you
mean?
don't.
Like it happened right in front of me.
Anybody, like you see the same person every day. You don't notice weight loss. You don't notice really subtle changes over time until it becomes catastrophic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you see it.
So I'm just wondering, like, how are the people like, so my instinct, I bring that up because my instinct is like, how are these people not rushing her to a hospital?
Right.
But maybe they don't see it.
That's part of Gwen, I'll say the quiet part out loud either as well. Gwen's entire diet plan is anorexia.
Yes. Yes.
And so for the fact that her daughter is very clearly in the clutches of that is good.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Elizabeth is succeeding.
We're not saying it's good.
No.
Very clear.
By their rubric.
Yeah.
By the
Yep.
remnant church's rubric, Elizabeth is succeeding.
Yeah, it's
horrifying.
It's horrifying. Ugh. Guys, I know I don't have to say this, but if you're struggling with something like this, please reach out. Please. I'll put in the show notes, resources.
National Association. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have great resources.
Yep. It is a disease. It
is a disease.
But there is help.
There is. And I also want to say, because I think it's important to understand, is you don't have to look like someone like Elizabeth to be anorexic.
No, 100%.
I've gone through periods of my life where I have been.
Yep, 100%. Me too.
Never got the help because I was still fat.
Yes. Yeah. So I just want to say, like,
hit everybody.
There are resources. We are talking more about this today, which is good. Like you always say, light is the best disinfectant.
Yep.
So please reach out, if you need to. Okay. So this footage is wild. And Gwen says, women have to be submissive and let men be men. That's what she believes. You got to let a man be a man, whatever that looks like.
Okay, Freda Black.
Yeah. And we see some people giving testimony it's just one of the people's like, I thought this man was gross, but Gwen told me to love his voice. So I did. And I fell in love with him. So basically she's arranging marriages between people now.
Yep.
And I know you're icked out even by his voice, but just, fall in love with it. Just
fall in love with it.
Retrain your brain.
Yeah. Because this is the voice you need to follow because he's a man.
Now we see Gwen talking about how great it was to be at Thanksgiving and not eating anything.
Gwen, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Who doesn't want to eat at Thanksgiving?
So now there's a house flipping aspect to this show.
Now we've reached the House Hunters International portion of this cult.
And Erin, Michael's wife, is like, I've learned so much from how you get in these houses and you flip things. Gwen's decor is probably the tackiest shit you've ever seen in your life. It's probably similar to Trump in the 80s who had all the gold shit. Yeah.
In the 80s, in the 2025s.
Yeah. So now we get this Dr. Otis, and he is like, we have all sorts of people in this church. Stocky people, wispy people. What is wispy people, Amanda?
My mother used to tell me all the time that we wished we were wispy.
What does that mean?
Thin and lithe.
Okay. So one former member,
I don't know. I feel like if you're wispy, you do this. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You like sashay around or something. I've never been wispy. I don't fucking know.
One former member's like, he's a fucking liar, and his own wife was thrown out of the church for being a fatty.
Right. Just
she
like
was
Gwen's
like 10
husband
pounds overweight. Yeah.
Was thrown out of the church for being a fatty and his marriage.
Mm-hmm. So the documentary really shares Gwen and her world. And so they're, getting testimonies from people. They're putting these testimony videos all over the place. Like, it's just weird. It's really weird. One is like, parents are taught to love and care for their kids. Oh, except the parents that you help murder their kid.
Except for when you teach the parents to literally abuse your children. Other than that.
Helen Bird, who's kind of a hero, goes, if you gained weight, they hid you like the KFC secret recipe.
I loved her. And I love that line.
Mm-hmm. So some of the former members say they were kind of made fun of for falling for this cult, but that's unfair and dangerous to say.
It is. And that's, I mean, I when I had that thought at the beginning. I'm not making fun of these people.
Oh,
Like,
I
I'm
know you're
literally
not.
trying to
I know you're
understand,
not.
like,
Yep.
how do you not feel like that? And I feel like a lot of people, when they see people get into cults, are just like, well, aren't you fucking stupid?
No, I mean,
It's so insidious.
we just don't have that lived experience, right? And
No.
it's fair to say that, neither one of us are very religious at all. So like
No.
we don't understand it, and that's okay. Like we're trying to understand it, and we welcome people who
Share
do
their
understand
experience.
it to share their experience.
Like I said, I was talking to Priscilla about cults yesterday, and I asked her if she ever had any clients that were cult members. And she's like, yeah. I mean, she obviously didn't say anything more than that, but just, yeah, I have. And I was like, and we talked about just how you kind of get into it. And I said, I can see myself in my 20s, not getting into a religious based cult because I never was a religious person. I could have gotten sucked into a NXIVM type thing of like personal development and trying to heal your trauma.
I would not.
In my early 20s, I could have.
However, I would have been sucked in my 20s if the cult leader was hot.
Yes.
Like I could see it being it wasn't a personal development thing for me, but similarly, I could be attracted to somebody who's like, let's be an artist community.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like that, that's my jam over there. Like, let's get together and create music and write. And like, I would have been in Jonestown, 110%.
Right.
Full stop.
Because Jonestown, you thought, I mean, he framed it as like a social justice movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And an anti-racism movement. Like, Jim Jones was a fucking master manipulator. Jesus Christ.
But I would have been in that. 100%.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Helen Bird, again, our hero, says, people come to Christ in different ways, especially for my Black people. I went to the church for like-minded people. I knew these people were white. So what she's saying basically is she faces a lot of criticism from the Black community for being in this cult with all these white people. And she's like, I knew they were cult. Yeah, she's like, I knew they were white, but I was going in for the belief system that matched mine.
Right. Okay. The love of God and the love of Jesus and how we wanted to worship Jesus.
Yeah. So we have some former members who are speaking out for the first time, and they all say this is really difficult. And one girl says her mom joined Way Down when she was a senior in high school, and they moved to Nashville despite having full scholarships from Ivy League schools. She chose a small school in Nashville to be closer to the church.
I love this girl. I just wanted to hug her.
She's
stunningly beautiful, but I just wanted to hug her. She seems so sweet.
She's trying to be perfect and lose weight and be a D1 athlete, which is like, those two things are at odds. You can't restrict your weight to this level and be a D1 athlete.
No, you can't. Yeah. I'll just say that.
She eventually walks away from her school. It's really sad.
After 1 year. It's heartbreaking.
Steve Darling says the church really loved me and I thought they would love me if they came out, but they didn't. And Ted was kind of like, well, we can change you. We've done it before. And then they freeze him out and he leaves.
Well, thank God he had enough of like a sense of his own self and enough strength in his own self when Ted said, oh, we'll basically, pray away the gay. And he's like, no, I'm fucking gay.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, fuck off. There's nothing to pray away. I'm good.
Yeah. Little Miss Recap will return in a moment. For ad-free episodes, visit littlemissrecap.com/support. So one of these members was Gwen's hairstylist, and she's like, I was just teasing the fuck out of it, and it was getting higher and higher and higher and higher, and I don't know what's going on now.
I like that she's like, there were no pieces in there. That was all her hair.
And she says her mom was Hispanic and even started the Spanish Way Down workshop. So some of these people have left the church, and one woman's like, I left the church and they married my husband off to the babysitter 6 weeks later.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Was that the woman who shaved her head in the first round? I think it is the same woman.
I can't remember.
She has real short hair, but
yeah.
I think it's that woman who like shaved her head because she was like, fuck you people. I can do what I want to my body. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Helen says, if I get a picture of my husband and my children with another woman, I'm going to slap the piss out of you. That's what she told her husband. Like, I'm leaving. If I see a picture of you and there's another woman sitting next to my children,
I'm
going to slap the piss out of you and I'm going to slap the piss out of her.
Yep.
It's like, okay.
And he left the church pretty quickly.
Yeah. After the crash, the children were placed with families within the church. And they actually had that in their will. So Jessica and Jonathan Walters had 3 children.
Yeah.
And they had in their will that the church should decide where the custody of these kids went.
Wow. No. I loved my church. I was very involved in my church community. There's no universe in which I would have left that to them. And I would trust the decision that they would make.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't do it.
No.
My fucking kids.
And let me be real clear. I love my kids, but you're not doing anybody a favor giving them 3 teenagers. I just want to be very clear. So these kids end up with the Stites, who are a family in the church. And the church kind of strong arms the grandmas to sign off on this. It's gross.
And the one friend is like, I felt like Jessica might have been trying to get out before she died.
That was her mom.
Oh, it was her mom. Okay.
Yeah. Her mom said 3 to 4 months before the crash, she was coming around more and more. She was allowing mom to talk to the kids. She thought she was trying to get out.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Now her kids are in this cult. Could you imagine?
And her daughter's dead. Jesus Christ.
So we talk a little bit about Gwen's wealth. And when she divorced her husband in 2018, that's when they got to kind of see behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And
God love a good divorce discovery document.
You know me. I love a good
forensic accounting situation.
I love that, but I also love a good deposition.
Yes.
Yes.
Because apparently you can't lie in them.
Which you can.
You can.
Oh, watching Jeffrey Epstein squirm in his deposition was great.
It's good. It's real good.
Oh, he gets real smug. He's like, oh, I'd love to answer that, but I'm going to assert my 5th, 6th, and 27th, whatever.
Fuck off.
Okay, dude.
Oh, God. When I was in Vegas, I had some downtime. Vegas. I was watching SVU, and it was an SVU based on Jeffrey Epstein. And guess who the Jeffrey Epstein guy was?
I don't know.
Pete Campbell. Vincent Kartheiser.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Timmy sent me a TikTok where this guy, it was set up like it's a funny TikTok.
Yeah.
Where this guy has a picture of Jeffrey Epstein hanging in his college apartment and he thinks it's Anthony Bourdain.
No.
And he's like, I love this guy. What are you talking about?
He's
and
a
the friend's
chef.
like,
He's
no.
Yeah, Vincent Kartheiser plays this Jeffrey Epstein guy.
Okay.
And of course, it was a 2-parter, and I wanted to take a nap. But it was like, now I'm stuck because I have to watch the second part.
To watch it. So the weird thing here is that Gwen has a lot of her money hidden in trusts. Yeah. And she also never updated her will. So David, her fatty ex-husband,
right?
He's still listed as executor. But here's the thing: she didn't leave anything to the church. So talk about not doing what you're preaching,
not walking your walk, girl.
Thank you. I can't get words out.
Walking your talk. Yeah, that's. And the fact that they were like, "Oh, well, she's already given so much," and the church is like, "Yeah, it's great, it's good."
Okay, so she gave her book rights,
right?
Decades ago.
As an author, do you want to say something about
you
that?
make nothing. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay. So they actually say this was an incredible gift of generosity from Gwen, and the church would expect no more.
Wow. Okay, Elizabeth.
Okay, so here we talk about this. By all accounts, people were able to leave physically. But Gwen throws a curse on you on your way out the door. And she keeps a book of the curses.
People believe it because they're so under her spell.
Yep. And she keeps a book of the curses.
If someone throws a curse at me out the door, I'd be like, bye, bitches.
I need this book of curses. I need to lay eyes on this and see what kind of curses she was thrown. One woman, this is really sad, guys. Just trigger alert here. Infant death. She lost her baby. She had a miscarriage. She lost her pregnancy. She miscarried.
Yeah.
After Gwen put a curse on her, and she thought that was why.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
I wrote, oh my God. She has people eating 10 bites a day.
Yes. Or fasting for a month.
This reminds me of when I was a little kid, my Uncle Joe, who was real wild.
Okay.
My dad's younger brother, real wild.
Okay.
Bet that he could eat a whole slice of pizza in one bite. And he rolled up the pizza and he shoved it in his mouth, and sauce squirted all over my mother's curtains and walls.
Oh, she must have loved that.
And I feel like those are the bites I'd be taking.
Yeah,
if I could only take 10 bites.
If I get 10 bites a day, I'm getting a whole baguette down.
I'm getting a whole McDonald's cheeseburger in one bite.
If I had to, I could totally get a whole McDonald's cheeseburger in my mouth. I'm not gonna lie. If that's my one of 10 bites, I can do that.
Which this just shows you, like, if you have disordered eating, even this plan wouldn't work.
No,
because I'd be trying to shove 10 cheeseburgers in my body a day, which is not good.
No.
So
better than 10 sips of broth, though, I'm going to say.
That's true. She wanted them to lose 4 pounds a week. That's a lot.
That's a lot of weight. I mean, and you and I have gone on so many diets in our life. And, you always get that first week bump.
Yep.
She wants the first week bump every week.
Yep.
Ugh, gross.
So some of the people who lost weight leave and they gain the weight back, and which is science. You know what I mean?
I did appreciate the fact that they had the guy who was like, 95% of people who lose weight gain it back in 5 years, which is why we need to get rid of the fucking diet industrial complex, because it doesn't fucking work.
Agree.
Sorry.
But many people attribute it to Gwen's cursing.
Sure.
She's putting curses on people.
Sure, why not?
So we end with some voice recordings from Liz, and she's like, I know you thought I'd give up after so much loss and tragedy, but I know something the haters don't know. We don't care what people think. My mother didn't, and I didn't, and I'm in this now, baby.
Right. I'm in this, bitches.
And people say Elizabeth's not doing a great job. She's literally phoning it in from Ashlon, where she's hiding out. And the minute Gwen died, too, this is interesting, Michael Shamblin divorced Aaron and left the church.
Which tells me he wanted to divorce her the whole time. His mother wouldn't let him. And he was in and out of the church. I love the story of the one woman who got him drunk so that he told all the secrets. Like Michael
and then blackmailed him.
Yes, Michael Shamblin's a fucking mess. But I mean, he sounds like a mess in the way that someone who's been horribly abused by their mother their entire life is now a mess. I'm not
totally
dogging on him. He probably needs as much help as Elizabeth does, just a different kind.
Totally.
And it sounds like he dealt with drugs and alcohol addiction, abuse, all that. But man, Ted Anger really clean shit up real quick. I think Ted's the one who's actually in charge of everything at this point. I think
so too. I think so too. Amye.
I like how he tried to sell himself as Ted Amye.
So we get some reflection on what makes a cult a cult. And, we talk about like it's a group of people who are getting their needs met in some way. And that's what gets you in there. And that's what keeps you in there is the manipulation,
Yep.
Then we get a black screen of death that says the Way Down reality show was pitched to several networks and no one wanted it.
Wow, not even TLC, man.
I wrote, where's TLC?
Where's Matt Sharp on this? Matt Sharp wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. He doesn't do religious cults.
That's true.
Yeah.
Natasha has applied to law school.
Good for her, girl.
Good for her. Delaney's still in the cult, but her parents do talk with her. Good. They have a relationship, which is very important.
Her parents.
I do too. And her parents are also mentoring people who are leaving.
Yeah, because at the end of the first round of this, her dad was like, we can't help her because she's not interested, but we have opened our homes and our hearts to anybody who wants out, and we will help support them get out. Her parents are amazing. I
agree. So about a year ago, Michael Shamblin decided to break his silence. And he gave an interview to News 5 in Tennessee. So channel news, News Channel 5, whatever.
Sure, whatever the local affiliate is.
The reporter that he talked with, Phil, is a reporter we saw in part 1 of this. Who was kind of hammering Gwen on some questions. So this guy's been kind of reporting on this cult.
Got it.
For a couple of years. Okay. And so he goes out. Michael calls him, says, I'm going to tell my story finally. Phil goes out to his house and meets with them, and it aired in like 5 parts. I watched them all. We didn't get a ton of information, but I'll give you what was interesting.
Okay, good.
I wrote, Michael looks like Jack White. He goes by Michael S. Black now.
Oh,
okay. I could see changing your name.
Oh, I would not want my name to be Shamblin.
He tells Phil that the doc was fantastic and really captured the essence of the church.
Okay.
He says Gwen was a narcissist. He says people have been ruined by the cult his mother started, and he didn't even cry when she died because he had suffered so much abuse from her and the people on that plane.
Wow.
He says he and Elizabeth were used most of their lives to pull people into the church. he said his mother really changed when she began getting fame and praise, and she was motivated by praise and power. And that's really kind of it.
Okay.
He didn't really,
we already knew.
Yeah, he really didn't talk. I was like waiting. You know what I mean? Like, is Gwen sexually assaulting people? Like, what's happening? But there was none of that. But it was good to see him. This dude's really struggling. He's trying to get healthy. He's trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I think he's struggled with addiction. I think he's struggled. Like, he's been through it. And it's good to see him kind of speaking out about it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Did he say anything about his relationship with his sister? I'm going to assume they have none.
No, he didn't say anything. So that's it. That's been the way down.
Yeah. When you sent me like her page on the Remnant website, guys, I'm actually going to tell you, don't go look at it. It is horrifying.
No, but I will tell you that if you do go on their page, which again, we do not recommend, the leadership, it's not just her. It's
like
not
38
just Elizabeth
people now.
And she must be remarried because her name's Elizabeth Kaufman now, and she's with some guy. But it's like a bunch of people. Yeah, there's like a bunch of couples. So I don't know what's going on. And they're all very thin.
That's a huge power vacuum, right? And so everyone gets sucked into it to try to take over. I really think Ted's the one. And I wish we knew a lot more about Ted. I remembered that we learned more about him than we actually did. But he's a real bad dude.
He's not on here.
He's not on there.
No.
Interesting.
No, let me look him up and see what Amy
it really
and Amanda,
felt
Google on air.
It really felt like he was kind of the heavy behind Gwen. Like he was the enforcer.
Okay. He goes by Edward now and runs his own management company.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm going to guess if his name is Ted, his name very well could be Edward.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've never understood why Ted is a nickname for Edward, but
yeah, I don't understand either. But yeah, I guess he's trying to grift somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Teddy Kennedy was Edward.
Yeah, right. All right, guys, that's it. That's been the way down. And boy, was it a journey.
It was a journey. It was interesting to revisit this because it had been so long, because I did watch it when it came out. And
yeah,
it's just so heartbreaking. Yeah. The whole thing.
Normally we do these classic documentaries on our $8 tier. So if you want to hear more of them, you can join that. And they're over there. We try to do them every couple months or so, but I do want to get back to it and do them more often because it's fun.
Amy's going to finally, I think, let me do my favorite.
Yeah, I think we're going to do NXIVM. I'm just not sure when, but it's coming soon. Good. Absolutely.
I can't wait.
It's people want us to do the rewatch of Big Love season 2 as well. And Mad Men season 2. So it's like,
what are we going to do?
I know.
We'll figure it out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for supporting the show. If you're looking for a sense of community that's not a cult.
Yes.
You can jump into our Facebook group, Backdoor Friends. The link is in the show notes. We have a lot of fun in there. We have a soup thread that's like getting activated again now that it's winter.
It's one of the sweetest places on the internet, I think.
Yeah.
I really do. If you need a really Facebook group that makes you feel like social media is a good thing, Backdoor Friends is it.
I agree. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Amanda, for your time.
Amy, thank you.
And we will see you guys next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show and get a ton of bonus content, including all episodes ad-free, please visit our Patreon. The link is in the show notes. If we've earned it, please consider leaving us a 5-star review wherever you listen. If you have someone in your life who loves trash TV, please consider sharing this episode and telling them about the pod. I hope you've enjoyed this episode because we made it for you.